recreational programmer at the ALC at North York Senior Center. So today I'm going to be sharing a recipe for fried rice using some of the vegetables that we regrew from the scraps and grew out in our garden. So thought I would show a way to kind of use what we had grown. So it's pretty easy and you don't need too many like weird ingredients. So you're gonna need 3 cups cooked rice. So that's like a cup and a half of uncooked becomes 3 cups of cooked rice. And it's better if it's a day old or a little bit old because I think it soaks up the flavors a bit more. So I have 3 cups there. I have 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. It just gives like a nice flavor to the fried rice. And then I have about like 2 or 3 cloves of chopped garlic. It's already minced. I really like garlic, so you can adjust that to how you like it. I have 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, which is also kind of to taste. So we're gonna start out with 2 tablespoons and see if it's like salty enough. I have 2 eggs, 1 onion, and then just some more vegetables. So like the bok choy here, the baby bok choy and the green onions we grew in our garden. This is a bell pepper, and then I have a carrot. But you can use whatever you have on hand, or you can even use frozen veggies. That's fine to use too. Yeah, so that's all the ingredients that you need, and you just need basically a really big pan. So we're gonna start by chopping up some of our vegetables. So I'm gonna start with the onion. So just try to make everything kind of like bite-sized pieces. The smaller the pieces are, the faster it's gonna cook. So I'm gonna start with the onion. I'm gonna put my scraps in here. So just chop off the ends. And then just sort of peel off the outer skin. I don't cook that often, so if I can do this, then I think a lot of you can as well. Just cut it in half, and then just dice it, like I said, like bite-sized pieces, and try to make all the veggies kind of around the same size. So I'm just going to so I've chopped all of the vegetables kind of into bite-sized pieces. The bok choy I cut a little bit bigger because I think it will shrink down when we're cooking it. And I also am going to add it in a bit later because I think it cooks a bit faster than the other vegetables. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just lightly beat the 2 eggs, and then we'll be moving over to the stove to cook everything. So yeah, I'm just going to crack those. Unfortunately, I'm not so skilled that I can do this one-handed, but maybe one day I will be. And then you're just going to lightly beat your egg. Just so it's kind of like you're doing scrambled eggs, but just lightly beat it so it's kind of mixed. And that's it. So we are going to move everything over to the stove, and we're going to start cooking everything. Hi. So we're over at the stove, we're ready to cook. So I am gonna turn the stove on, just like medium heat. Yeah, about medium heat, just so everything will not cook too fast, but evenly. And then I'm going to put my 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So we're gonna cook it in that so it has a nice flavor. And we're just gonna let it heat, move it around a bit. I have a nice big pot here because there's gonna be a lot of rice going in, and you kind of want room to mix it all around. So that's heating. So I am gonna put my garlic. So this is, it says about 3 cloves, but I like a lot of garlic. And I mince my garlic and I freeze it so that I always have some on hand. And then just kind of, I think it's a bit too hot, I'm going to turn it down a bit. But you can already smell like the sesame oil. And then I have my onions, carrots, and peppers here, and I'm going to just saute that in there also. And then you're going to saute until everything gets kind of soft. So it should take about 5 minutes. I'm going to put the bok choy in a little bit later because again it cooks a bit faster. I'm going to change that a bit. So now you just saute until everything softens up a bit, about 5 minutes. And again, the smaller you cut your pieces, the faster it'll cook. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm kind of halfway through, I think, sauteing the veggies. So I'm just going to add the bok choy. Because again, it is going to cook a lot quicker. So I'm just adding that in. And it should kind of shrink down. And I'm going to saute for a couple more minutes. Okay, so as you can see, the bok choy has actually shrunk down a lot. It's kind of like spinach. And yeah, I think it's a good thing we added it a little bit later. I think our veggies are almost done. So what I'm doing is I'm moving the veggies over to one side, and I'm just gonna put the egg on the other side to kind of scramble it. So just kind of scramble it like that, just until it's cooked. It's sticking a little bit. I maybe should have added a bit more oil, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, so the egg is almost cooked. It cooked pretty fast. So I'm going to mix it in with the rest of the veggies. I'm turn it down a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is add in the rice. So again, I turned down the temperature a little bit, and I'm going to put in all of my rice. It's a hunking lot of rice. Oh, that is a lot of rice. You can use any kind of rice, but I used, I think, a jasmine rice, a long grain rice. And then just kind of try to mix it all in. So you're going to kind of mix it until it's heated through. Because again, this rice was made yesterday, so it's been in the fridge. So you mix it all in. Sorry, something I didn't mention is that you can add whatever you want. Like you can add bacon, and that would be really good. I would probably just add some chopped bacon, and that would be really tasty too, but we're just doing egg today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the soy sauce. So the recipe said about 2 to 3 tablespoons. This is about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add about 2 just to see how it tastes after that, and if I want I can add some more. So the soy sauce is kind of to taste. So I'm just going to kind of wing it. So I left a little bit. Then again, you're just gonna mix that in. Oh, I went out. Whoops. So you're just gonna mix that in until it's kind of through all of the rice. I think the color looks a little bit light. I'm just gonna add the rest of the soy sauce. You could taste it too, but it looks a little bit light. Yeah, so I can kind of smell the rice now that I think it's almost heated through. Yeah, and then I'm going to turn off the heat, and then we're just gonna add our green onions. I'm not gonna add all of this, but our green onions from the garden, and just sprinkle it on there. And then just mix it in. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for our fried rice. So it was pretty quick, it's pretty easy, and it's just in one pan, so you don't have to do a lot of dishes, which is kind of nice. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for joining me.